right now is one spot out of a dash starting position. The dash is going to be, the starting line for that is going to be a random envelope exchange. Once all the heat races are completed, Garrett Linder is also looking for an opportunity to get in that dash. It's Colin Baker in the 23. So keep an eye on those three guys trying to finish 5th or better. Let's see if we can do it again here. Brent Hoover, take one now. First off, here we go. Number 2, Heath Shelton and Seth Nunes here for the Interstate Sprint Car Series. These guys coming a long way for your viewing enjoyment, as this is the second straight night of action for the 2C's weekend for the Interstate Sprint Car Series, and the first of 2 races here at the Coos Speedway. It is Shelton and Nunes on the front row, followed by Smith and Miller, Morlock and Crockett. The 3 cars hoping to get 5th or better in this one is the 10 of Miller, who was 6th quick, 4th fastest Nate Morlock, and 2nd quick Roger Crockett. They must finish 5th or better. False start. It's 3 races previous with sprint cars with the wings on, 3 different winners, where we see a 4th different one is coming out of Coos. entire two-season weekend with the INCS Sprint. Coming out of turn number 4, Crockett and Linder. And that is how they will start. That's the go. Green night stop by race fans. This is your feature of the evening. Oh, let them hear ya! Now we're getting excited a little bit then. Garen Linder and Roger Crockett is your race. Front row here, 40 laps to distance. Linder has won a couple times at the Cottage Grove Speedway, has visited victory lane before the Southern Oregon Speedway. He would like to be the 4th different winner in 4 wing sprint car races here at the Cottage Grove, or excuse me, at the Cottage Coos Speedway. Crockett would like to be the first repeat winner ever here at Coos Going to be set going green here on a turn number 4. Garrett Linder, your race leader. Then it's Crockett, Miller, Morlock, Major the top 5, followed by Hell Forte.
Roger Crockett, you're going to have to pardon my hand. You don't have to shake it, Roger. It's a little on the muddy side. Picking up the victory, sweeping the 2Cs weekend, 3 for 3 when it comes to the ISCS this year. My goodness, just tell us about that main event.
Man, it was really hectic. The track was so wet and fast from this moisture. I've never basically raced in the rain before. That's something different. And, Garen was setting a really good pace there, so we just kind of tried to hang there with him and wait for a mistake. And, it's hard with the water on the bottom of the track. People kept hitting it. I got into it a couple times. And you come around there not knowing if it's there or not. Next thing your car pushes. And just when I got the lead there, I saw him go in low, and I knew he was going to be pushing up. So I just tried to time it. And timed it just right. Had that opening for about a split second, and we got through there.
That's what it's all about. Lap traffic was key last night. It was the same exact pace, except you were a little bit on the opposite side of the spectrum, which I'm sure you would like better than being on the other side of the lane.
Yeah, it definitely worked out tonight. I mean, if there was, no lap cars and open track, there's no way we're going to pass them. Just, I'm glad we got the traffic and got to make it a race for the fans.
Can you believe we got this night in? I kept telling everybody, this miss, it's just going to blow off. Don't worry, it'll be sunny by the time the sun goes down. It kind of stuck around, but nonetheless, you drivers have to be versatile.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, like I said, I never basically raced in the rain before. Made this track do a lot of weird things, and even though it gets hard and smooth and widened out, it's so sticky. Your car is so tight here, so that's definitely a different deal coming down here. So we'll be back here Speed Week in, I think, about 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
Well, Roger, you're the first guy to win more than once here in short dirt history for this track. That's got to feel good. And I saw you had some of your main sponsors here tonight. That was cool to see making the trip all the way down here.
Yeah, definitely. Steve and Kim made the trip down to watch tonight, so that was good. And it's good to be, a second winner here. And fortunately we got the one there with our little white elephant game over there. I took Nate's and took the one, so it was a little unfortunate for him, but it was good for us.
Well, Roger, next time the Interstate Sprint Car Series is going to be action in a couple of weeks, July 2nd and 3rd at Cottage Grove for 2 days of racing and some big money up for grabs. I know you're going to want to make it 5 for 5 for this series.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep trying, and we'll be there for 2 days there. And, any fans that want to come check out Cottage Grove, it's a good racetrack as well.
And congratulations once again, Roger, and have a safe trip home.
Thank you.
All right, race fans, Roger Crockett tonight. Congratulations, buddy. Hard run there. I thought maybe a couple laps there because the lap traffic was coming into the ball game once again. Just tell us about your night.
Well, we had a pretty decent car all night. We kind of just worked on all night and improved it a little bit. We had a really good car for the main. Not too many times this car is faster than the 11 car, and I think we had a car to win it tonight. I just had a little trouble getting through lap traffic, and he got his way through there a little better than me, and he won, and I was second.
You looked like you were faster than him there on that last little bit there, those last 5 laps. It looked like you might have had something there, but I'm sure you learned quite a bit. You'll be coming here a couple more times, I'm sure, this year. We finished the series off here on Sunday, October 9th, and of course the week coming up. So give us a bit more for track time.
Yeah, I think we got some pretty good track time. Track was a little fast with this weather, but there's nothing they can really do about that. It started slicking off a little through 3 and 4 and got pretty good, but the good part on the track is actually what bit me, and that's where Roger got me. Somebody must have kind of hit the infield too much water up or something. I don't really know what happened. I just know I got a big push and went up, and he was there and shot under me, and he did a great job.
Well, Garen, sticking with us for tonight of racing. I know it takes a lot of money in these cars to keep them rolling out on the racetrack up and down the interstate. I'm sure you'd like to thank your sponsors real quick before letting you go.
Linda Ryder got in this me. They funded this thing, but I got to thank my wife. She gives me 110%, and takes care of me a little better than I take care of myself. I beat myself up pretty hard. She's there to keep me going. I got to thank Stevie and Truman and my friend Eric came up, and he's a good supporter tonight also.
Well, Garen, we'll see you in a couple weeks in Cottage Grove for 2 nights of racing. Big money on the line at a track that you've had success with, and hope to see you there.
Yeah, we'll definitely be there. Really looking forward to it.
Well, Garen, congratulations, second place, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, we definitely will. I want to thank everybody for sticking it out through this tough weather.
All right, Garen, thanks a lot for making the trip over. Garen Linda quits, I think, for today anyways. Kyle Miller, and Kyle, don't take offense. I got a really muddy hand climbing over the wall going. Third place, a good weekend for you guys. It seemed like maybe the same case with Garen. If there was a little bit more laps and a little bit more traffic coming to picture, you were right there in the ballgame.
Everybody was running about the same speed tonight, the way the track was. I wasn't any better than the guys in front of me, nor were the guys behind me any worse or better than me. It was one of those races. You just had to keep your nose clean, keep the car straight, point it forward, and hope the people in front of you made mistakes. There were a couple times they got bottled up in traffic, and I was able to reel them in and get right there, but it's just so tough to pass on a track like this sometimes. And, I was hoping maybe something would happen between the top two cars, maybe I could slip by, but that opportunity never presented itself. But overall, pretty good run. I'm happy with the third place finish. We're happy to take a car out of here in one piece, just like always, and get ready for the next couple of weeks.
Well, a second and a third regulation crew, not too bad considering the caliber of competition.
Yeah, there's a lot of good drivers out here. Like I said, Roger, Garen. The list goes on with Nolan. Unfortunately, they didn't make it tonight, but just everyone. I could name all the guys out there, but yeah, they're all tough competitors, and all in all, like I said, it's a really good feeling to come out of here in the top three.
Well, Kyle, same with Garen. It takes a lot of money to get these things going. You guys had some guys step up to the first division, basically, and make sure that you were racing not just last night, your home track, but making the trip here and getting some track time here at a place that we'll be visiting at the end of the season, and ASCS Northwest Regional will be visiting also.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to thank RW Towing, Automotive Sheet Metal, R&M Recycling, Offspring Race Wings. Brian couldn't make it here tonight. He's up in Washington tonight, but it's just all those guys have helped me out so much, and some of them on the car, some of them with sponsor money to help us, travel around with you guys, and I can't thank those guys enough.
Well, Kyle, it was great to have you here. Congratulations, third place, and we'll see you in a couple weeks in Cottage Grove.
We'll be there.
All right, race fans.